Let's clarify the new season, October 13th. I'm having a full viewing party. What do we need to clarify? What's really going on?
Well, I want to make this very clear. This is the most explosive season ever. I mean, I can't wait, Kit, to go back and watch this myself. I still can't believe everything that happened truly happened.
I mean, when you say that, you said in the teaser to Claire, you blew up this season. Now, I'm a loyal watcher. I feel like we've seen everything. Just give me a little teaser of what could have possibly happened.
Well, it was miraculous that we were even there, that we were even shooting television. And it took a Herculean effort. That first night, I thought, I can't believe the limos are pulling up and we're actually doing this. And then when you see what unfolds, I'm like, how could the most dramatic, craziest, wildest season be taking place now?
And what I love about that is Claire, I always do it like Juan Pablo. We always saw with her when she started, there was a lot of talk about her age. She's only 38, which is a baby to you and me. But I love that for the franchise. How were the guys different this season?
Well, you know, it started out just because of timing and not knowing who the Bachelorette was going to be. It wasn't hugely different. We had tried to late slide in some guys that were older, but then when the pandemic hit, I guess the silver lining to all this craziness, we had 6 months to go back to the drawing board, find some guys that maybe were more age appropriate. We ended up, Kit, with this amazing group of guys. I mean, phenomenal. Not just racially diverse, but just professional, good guys. Maybe the best group of guys we've ever had. But really an embarrassment of riches. And I truly think we have a lot of superstars that are going to come out of this season.
The rumor is that Claire, they were so good that she fell in love early, which is, she's been through this so much. I bet if she found somebody, she's like, I'm not going to go through the this with the rose and pretend that she found her guy and she's off and in love.
Well, one thing, you're right about Claire. She, being a little older, she's been through this. She wasn't here to mess around. This is not about the pageantry, not about the pomp and circumstance, or even the Bachelorette. She wanted to find love. And to that end, she was going to do whatever it took, whenever she found it, however she found it. And she was dead serious about it. And the one thing I really appreciate, you never have to guess how Claire is feeling.
Yeah.
She wears her emotions on her sleeve and there is no filter, which I actually love as a host and producer. And so, yeah, it was a wild season. Now, what happens? You'll have to wait and see.
What about Tayshia? I'm hearing that maybe she was in there in some capacity. Maybe at the end, she would be a wonderful Bachelorette. I loved her in BIP, Bachelor in Paradise. She stole the show.
First and foremost, I love Tayshia too. She's a friend of mine. And, you know, we have a lot of familiar faces that you're going to see throughout this season. Will you see Tayshia? We'll see. But she's definitely she was high on my list to be the Bachelorette anyway. And if she ever had that opportunity, she would be phenomenal. But, you know, I think, maybe just one of many faces. Wells shows up, a little JoJo and Becca, Rachel. You never know who's going to show up this season.
When you get Wells on there, please tell me he's mixing a drink. He just makes everything better.
Well, Wells is more of a selfish hire at this point. He's a friend of mine. He plays golf too. And I said, look, you're just going to come quarantine with me to hang out because I need somebody to have a beer with and go play golf. So that was really selfish on my part to drag Wells in. And I'm sorry, Sarah Hyland, I stole him for a little bit.
What about the Colton and Cassie thing, Chris? I was so upset about that.
Surprising to hear. Clearly, I had no idea. Nobody did. And unfortunate, to say the least. And I wish them both the best. That's all you can say. It was incredibly unfortunate.
What's it like shooting with COVID? I was thinking about this season. Is there something kind of cool about not traveling, that you're just all in one spot?
It was, there was some good and bad to it all. I mean, there is something to be said about just being in this fishbowl environment that we created and staying there and not picking up and moving from country to country as we do 7-8 times throughout a season, but just committing to every day, how do we make the show great, continue these storylines, continue these love stories, and let it all unfold. We had to be very creative and reimagine the same space. We were out at the La Quinta Resort in Palm Springs, and it was only like 462 degrees, I think, this summer when we were shooting. So we also had to be very careful. I mean, equipment was melting, and We had to worry about, can we shoot outside? Do we have to be back inside? And so it took a Herculean effort on a massive scale to get this thing done. But to your point, yeah, there were some cool aspects to just staying in one place. I had a better relationship with Claire and with these guys than I've ever had probably any season, just because I was there so much.
That's what I love about it, is that with this time, everything going on, we need this show now more than, I'm not kidding. Not only is it destination TV in my house, I sent you my daughter's air freshener for the car that she put up. She has a Chris Harrison air freshener. Tell everybody what it smells like.
It smells, it's a slight odor of desperation mixed with love and tears.
And a lot of drama.
And a lot of drama. But it was, I'm telling you, what's great about this show is, first of all, I'm excited to be back for everybody, because I do think we need this. We need some comfort food right now. And our goal was to make this show feel like The Bachelorette. We didn't want it to feel like the pandemic, like you're seeing a bunch of people in masks and, talking politics and talking about COVID-19. We want this to be an escape for everybody. You get enough of that stuff everywhere else, you can come, just escape, sit around with your chunky monkey and your wine and judge.
I'm all in. And what about, is the Bachelor being shot? Is it definitely Matt James, and is that going?
100% it is Matt James. 100% it's not going. I saw a vicious rumor online that we were already shooting, and I'm home, kid. Unless they have bootlegged the show and stolen it from me. Did Tyra steal my show too? No, so we are slowly but surely heading out that way, but I am still home, and we'll be headed out soon.
All right. Well, I can't wait. You have to come crash one of my viewing parties. But I just love you, Chris Harrison, and thank you so much for this. Again, the countdown is on at my house, October 13th. We are ready to clarify the new season. It's going to be good.
Kit, I miss you. I love you, and I can't wait to see you in person.